Okay.
Hey everyone, we have Coach Forbes with us. We'll start with an opening statement and go to questions.
I want to thank everybody. Getting a rough day here in Winston-Salem, and I thought credit to our fans and students who came out tonight. Your presence was felt. Don't get misconstrued on what I say sometimes. As far as the crowd is concerned, I credited Syracuse's crowd because I've never been to Syracuse and I never played in that dome. And usually when we play in a dome, it's not a good environment. And that I thought was a great environment. That's no reflection on our crowd or our fans. And so I want people to know that. I'm very pleased with our crowd, and it's continuing to grow just like our program is continuing to grow. And so don't read into what I say. I thought we got off to a great start tonight, especially from three. Jake really got us going. That's the aggressiveness that I'd like to see him play with on offense. We really did a great job of sharing the ball. We had 20 assists on 28 baskets. We defended at a very high level in the first half. I thought we relaxed on defense in the second half and just traded baskets. But Pitt played a lot more aggressively, got downhill on us. We got some communication issues in the ball screen in the second half. They took advantage. I thought Femi Odekule was really, really good, made some tough shots. Hughley's a load in there. But all in all, I thought it was a very good win for us and a great response coming back from Syracuse. Questions?
Steve, I'm trying to think of how to frame this. The last few days, how did practice look compared to what we saw the first 5 minutes?
We got beat at Syracuse basketball. There was no different sense of urgency. Just we know what we got to fix, and you fix it, and that's what good teams do. They see the problems and they try to do better. And so I told you before, we got a mature group, and I thought they handled it very well. And so I didn't really see any difference in the 48 hours before Pitt than I did before Syracuse.
Steve, it seemed like there was a lot less thinking and just more playing. That Syracuse zone is so tough anyway, but just playing and passing the ball. I mean, was that kind of just getting in the flow is what you wanted to see?
I mean, they started out in man, and we made them play zone. They don't play a lot of zone. They probably played more zone tonight. Maybe they typically do. But they got, we were really doing a good job of getting stops. First, you got to get stops, and then we could get out in transition, and then we could run motion. And we were really good tonight, John, exchanging and moving the ball. And that's how Jake, got some open shots early. But we banged down when we make 15 threes. It's a lot of threes. Shot at a high level. But, yeah, I think, when you can move it and share it, everybody seems to be a lot more engaged. And I thought for the most part we did a really good job ball movement.
Steve, maybe Man has set the bar pretty high for himself this year, but his game at Syracuse, at least statistically, was the worst of the season. So what did you think he kind of did to turn things around tonight?
Connor, I mean, he's one assist from a triple-double again, and I didn't think that he played great for him. I mean, and that's no disrespect. I think he can play better, and he knows it. He left some points on the table at the free throw line, but hey, man, we need him to be great. We need Jake to be great. And there's so many things that Alondas can do just besides scoring. And he proved it tonight. I'm trying to look at the stats here. He had 15, 9, and 10. I thought he did a great job on the glass, especially in the first half. And he did a really good job of just finding open people. And he's just a special player, and good for him to come back, him and Jake both, after really not playing very well at Syracuse.
How important was it? Go ahead, Tom.
It looked like you had a long embrace with Man when he came out of the game there in the last minute and a half. What did you tell him there?
Well, I knew he was one assist away, but I wanted those other guys to play, and we're not into this thing for personal stuff. 14. And I knew he wouldn't mind. I just wanted him to know that I knew that he was one off, but I wanted to get those other players in. That would probably be my only disappointment with the game was I felt like, we could have finished it a little bit better. So those guys could have got more playing time because they deserve it. Those freshmen have worked really, really hard over the last couple of weeks. I've been so impressed with those guys and their work ethic and how they're playing, how they're practicing, that I'd love to get them out there. And it was a great opportunity to do that. And we just kind of messed around on the defensive end of the court. But I was just letting him know that I knew that he was one off, but we were going to get him out.
Steve, how important was it to bounce back from Syracuse, not just with a win, but to win by the way you played today, especially in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always important to play really well after a loss, and again, they showed their ability to learn and correct their mistakes and move on. And now we didn't play great defense in the second half again. I mean, that's a lot of points to give up, but we had such a big lead it didn't really matter. But I mean, I think it's really important that you continue to play. You got to play well at this time of year. This isn't the time of year to not be playing well. And offensively, we got it going tonight at a high level. And so, yeah, I think it was important, and I'm proud of them for that.
Steve, how close was this game to being moved with the fire and everything? Was it something that was close, or did you just kind of guys?
We got unbelievable leadership here with John Curry, Lindsey Babcock. They're on top of it. They're working hand in hand with the city. They kept me very well informed, and we just went about it as our business. We practiced yesterday at the Joel. We practiced today at the Joel, and we were in constant contact with my administrators, and they were talking to the city, and I let them do their job, and I did mine, and I wasn't worried about that, and everything was a go, and we pulled it off tonight, and I thought we had a really good crowd for considering what this city's been through over the last couple of days.
Steve, you talked about the defensive performance in the second half. How concerning is it to see Pitt shoot over 63% in the second half and to see them put up so many points?
Not next.
So you said Alondas understood that you were trying to get the other guys in at the end. It looked like at the foul line, he was giving you a look, though, as if he kind of knew he was an assist away, too.
He did. I thought maybe he'd miss. I told CJ Paul, he was sitting there or sitting in those seats right there by me. I said, watch, he's going to miss so he can stay in the game. But he didn't want to leave. I'm sure he didn't want to leave those points on the board, so he took them.
Does anyone else have anything for Coach?
Coach, Florida State's lost. I don't know if you saw, but they lost to Clemson. It's their third straight loss, and considering that you guys were able to handle them so well the first time you played, that is a huge game in terms of it's a quad one game. How do you make sure that your guys are able to enter that second matchup with as much focus and everything as possible?
Well, every game's important now, Christian, and I've talked a lot to him about that, but we're not going to put any more importance on one game than the other. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried that it's Florida State. We've got 8 games left, 4 at home, 4 on the road. We're about to play 2 in a row on the road. So half of those we're about to play right now. And it's just one game at a time, and win or lose, you got to go on to the next one and just stay on the grind of playing well and playing better. And so, I know it'll be a hard game. We played them a long time ago. We'll go back and watch the tape and get ready to play.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Ooh. Okay. We have Alondas Williams with us, and we'll open the floor to questions.
So Alondas, Coach said that he thought there was a chance you might miss the free throw to stay in the game, chasing the assist. You were smiling at the foul line. Were you considering it?
No, I wanted my boy to get in the game. Even though I did want the triple double bad, but you know, they be working hard every day in practice. You know, like they deserve to get on the court too. So I was just like, I'm gonna just make it.
Alondis, how impressed with were you guys with the ball movement tonight? Coach mentioned that. I mean, was that something obviously it makes you guys go? I mean, pass first, really.
We used to, you know, we always known for sharing the ball with each other, you know. You know, we ain't got no selfish players on our team. So it just looked good tonight because we was actually knocking down a lot of shots, you know. Like that was probably the most threes we made in the game. So I was happy, you know. My boy D Walt, Dallas, he hit a couple threes. He could hit a couple threes, man. He was looking like Klay Thompson out there. Tim Duncan.
Alondis, so guys, how important was it after Syracuse to bounce back and have a game like this where you didn't just win, but you played well and won impressively?
I mean, it was everything. So, like, I told him recovering from an L in college basketball is one of the hardest things to do. And I told the first five as we was going out there that, you know, like, hey, I'm sorry, but these guys ran into a buzzsaw because I don't care who we would have played, whether it was Pitt, we were coming out. We came off of a great week of practices, great week great shoot around, and we were ready. We were ready to make a statement, and I think we were able to do that tonight.
How about defensively? Because the first half, you guys were all over it.
Huh?
How about defensively? Because in the first half, you guys really were very aggressive.
Just you know, we was playing good defense. Some of the defense led to good offense, you know, and then, you know, we were just passing the ball around, getting everybody open shots. Everybody was open, moving around, exchanging. So, you know, that led us to, you know, good offense.
Yeah, and it was mainly just being there for one another. I mean, we knew that we were going to have a big assignment with John Hoogley down there. And so we knew that the game plan, they were going to go to him a lot. And so just making sure that we were there for each other, had strong help side, being the gaucho. I mean, just stay connected on defense. And I think that's something that we can carry on to the next game and carry into the rest of the year. So
Dallas, speaking of carrying things over, did the performance that you guys had a couple weeks ago against Armando Bacot kind of give you some confidence going into the matchup against Euclid?
Oh yeah, I mean, shoot, I always am excited whenever a big comes when I'm going against a big who's posting up numbers like that, because it's a personal challenge for me. It's a challenge to the team as well. And I take pride in the shots that he makes and the shots that he misses. And so I was excited about tonight. He's finished with 17 off 7 to 12 shots. And I mean, shoot, I think we did a good job on him, kind of containing him and limiting his looks. He was getting a little frustrated in the first half. And then as you saw in the second half, they ran a lot of their plays to him, much of their credit. It was working. But it was something that we took a lot of pride in, and it was our scout. I mean, shoot, we were focused on it going into the game.
Alondis, you talked about Walton looking like Klay Thompson out there. How nice is it to have him and C go, 5 for 5 from deep? And Walton, how much do you take pride into being able to step out there and hit that 3-point shot?
Man, it was great. It was great. Like having a person that can shoot like that at that size. My boy is 7 feet shooting three like that, 5'5". I can't even shoot 5'5", I see. But it was great seeing him light up the three. Like I've been seeing him kind of like, going for, not a good percentage on the three like that. But he came out and I believe he gonna keep on going hitting threes like that.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh, sorry, what? Oh, I was like, I've been working on my game a lot, and I mean, even though I'm not shooting a great percentage right now, it's something I work on every day. And I much credit to my teammates. They believe in me. They still throw me the ball out there, and to knock them down. And finally I saw one go through the nets, and it felt good. And I mean, shoot, everybody was shooting great. I mean, Hadim C, he went 2 for 2 as well. I mean, and guys were lighting it up from the 3-point line tonight. And then shoot, it goes to credit to the work that we put in outside of practice.
They were shooting good at the three, not me.
Not uncharacteristic from Man.
On that note, Man, Coach said that even though you were an assist away from a triple-double, he said he didn't even think you played that well for your standard. How would you assess the way you played tonight?
I mean, like you said, I played okay. Like I feel like I could have played better. Like I was just missing shots that I usually make, you know. But my team kept on egging me on, telling me, you know, keep doing you, keep being you. And you know, I'm good at doing everything else to, keep us on page to winning. And if I ain't scoring, I'm gonna throw the ball, I'm gonna get rebounds. I ain't, like I said, we ain't got no selfish players on this team. So I do whatever we can to win.
Dallas, how much does it help to have a guy like Alondes in his personality, who he is off the court? How does that transfer on the court, and giving you guys confidence and giving you guys good chemistry?
Oh, I mean, shoot, it's Man's one of the best people, one of the best teammates to be around. I mean, how he is on the court is how he is off the court. You know, there's no change. There's no change. He's an unselfish guy. I mean, and shoot, he's an anchor for us. You know, Man's gonna be the man every night. And how unselfish he is as a player, it gives us all confidence and tells us, like, hey, we can continue working on our games because, hey, Man's gonna drive. People are gonna help on him. He's seen every single defense in the country now. And he's gonna either finish at the rim or throw the ball out and find an open man, and we'll be ready. And so, I mean, shoot, Man's gonna be man. He's a great teammate.
All right, anything else for Alondes or Dallas?
Yeah, I got one more. Dallas, who, since the Syracuse loss at practice, who was it that set the tone? Was it coaches or players that kind of spoke up to say that type of performance wasn't going to be?
It was a collective, from coaches down to players to managers and shoot, even our training staff. everybody had to lock in because we all had to change our mindset about how we're approaching practices, how we're approaching shoot around. And it wasn't like what we were doing in practice or in our shoot arounds was not preparing us. It was just how we mentally approached them. We were kind of a little bit too light, where we kind of had to shift our focus to be more locked in, and more in tune with the details of the scouts, the game plans, even our drills and our first 4 minute games. I mean, everybody from top to bottom had to change their mindset.
All right, thanks so much, guys.